Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
married.
Jake
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler. So,
what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 19 of Off Panel, Off Topic.
We are off panel and we are off topic.
Okay. That's it. No more. The rest of the show. Get it out now.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Why don't you like my antics? I am like the Doc Severn to your Johnny Carson.
You really dated yourself there, buddy. You could have said whoever Letterman's guy was. Who was Letterman's band guy?
Paul Schaefer.
Paul Schaefer, yeah.
Here's no, this old guy came into a good
What about Leno? Who was Leno's guy?
I don't know. Marcellus, right? One of the Marcellus brothers?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure.
I knew the Paul Scheer one. I did not know who Leno's guy was. Or Paul Scheer's a comedian.
Yeah, he's in the league.
He also has a podcast, How Does It Get Made? It's pretty good.
I worked at a Goodwill up in a Salvation Army up in North Glen in Colorado, and it was a suburb of Denver. And spoiler alert, all of the people who are involved in like the upper operations of the Salvation Army, they're called like generals and things, and corporals and colonels. And
the Salvation Army?
Yes. So we get donations and we send them all to a clearinghouse. And what happens is we have it on very good information by people who used to work in that clearinghouse that these guys go in there about once a month and they cherry pick all the good shit for themselves. And then they let the rest of it go to the stores. So just a little thing about the Salvation Army. Donate to Goodwill instead. Now,
bold strategy, God. So
we
should explain.
This guy came in and he was like, "You look like Skitch Henderson," and I was like, "Who the fuck is Skitch Henderson?" And he's like, "He was the band leader for Steve Allen, who was before Johnny Carson, I think." And I'm like, "Okay, okay." I was just like, "All right," and this was before internet where you could just look up anything on your phone and shit. So I was like, "Okay." A year or two later, I'm at a record store and I happen to see this Skitch Henderson's hits, and he looks exactly like me. Skitch Henderson. Skitching.
Anyway, what a weird start to the show.
What the fuck ever.
So we're going to make a little bit of changes to the show, particularly the segments that are in every episode. The spirit of them is still there, but we're going to make some changes. So
we actually just wanted to play with the effects sooner in the show.
That's absolutely correct.
After every show,
it's not enough that we have, this little fucking soundboard.
Yeah. After every show, we were always like, why didn't we do that sooner?
What? Exactly.
Perfect example. Because I was like, why didn't you do that sooner?
Ooh, look at the big brain on Spidey.
That's what you get for being condescending.
Is it
condescending? Condensation. Words are hard. So
it's a perfectly cromulent word.
Oh my.
Ooh, look at the big brain on Spidey.
Stop. See, now you're doing it. You're doing it for the soundboard.
That's from the Simpsons episode.
You're just doing it for the fucking soundboard now, man. If you're going to be pretentious, be it because you mean it. So anyway.
Put some backbone into it.
Come on, be a dick.
Do it. Put your
so the segment,
into it.
Two things that are changing. One, they're going to be at the beginning of the show from now on. And secondly, this is going to be more of our celebration of things that we're into at this particular time. So it will be
not
comic
sexually,
books. It will be comic books.
It's none of your business.
But it's also going to be, for me, it's going to be more of like games and different things that I'm into. And Tyler's going to be more of like different shows or movies that aren't necessarily superhero related. So without further ado, here's Tyler's That was the longest one yet.
That's what
Anyway, Tyler, what do you want to talk about
what
this week
she said.
before we get into the news? What are you into?
So I might do comic books from time to time, but yeah, Tyler's Long Box is just going to evolve just a little bit. There's going to be a couple more there's going to be a couple more sections to the Long Box where I have some DVDs maybe, and one of them is News Radio. I really like this show. It's from 1995 to 98 or 9, I believe, but it was really popular in its heyday, and it has kind of gotten a cult following since. Just because it is simply one of the best written sitcoms in all of TV history, and that's not hyperbole. Like it's the every sitcom kind of has the different tropes. Like say it's a sitcom about a family, right? Mm-hmm. There's always the episode where the oldest kid gets in trouble with drugs. Or
it's like right? There's a group of friends. There's always like the sex hound and the couple,
right? Yeah. And the thing is, this is set in a radio station, and Dave Nelson from Kids in the Hall he's like a 20-year-old guy from Wisconsin running a New York radio station. Stephen Root, who I most recently saw in Barry, that series on HBO, which is a great show.
I have yet to watch that too.
Oh God, it's so good.
Dude, you know how many things I need to fucking watch once I actually get a good internet connection back?
He's a crazy billionaire, but like in the good fun way. Like he's just wacky, not like the bad Trump way and every other billionaire in real life right now. But he adds to that. Joe Rogan, interestingly enough, is also in there, but he plays an electrician who doesn't buy things. He makes everything. He makes his own duct tape even. Because he's a huge conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, really
surprise.
Really
playing against type.
I gotta tell you, that meme you shared the other day was the funniest shit ever.
Right? Bruh.
Yeah, I had Joe Rogan back in the day. It was just some dude in their late 20s with glow in the dark posters behind them.
Mine's made cell phones, dude. Andy,
fuck
Andy Dick. You may know him from some stuff. I don't know what he's been up to, but Andy Dick plays this guy named Matthew, who's just a complete fuck up. Maura Tierney from ER. A lot of people have seen from The Affair on HBO. She's been in a bunch of stuff, but she's in it too. Anyway, the point is, Phil Hartman. That was his last show after SNL, after Saturday Night Live, and between 4 and 5 he actually was murdered by his wife, and the 5th season, don't jump ahead, it's worth it to watch all 5 seasons.
I don't want to watch the 5th. I want to stop after season 4, to be honest. Once Phil Hartman's gone, I don't need a reason to watch it anymore.
Wrong. That's what I thought too, and I finally bought season 5 like 5 years ago. And it is actually the best of all of them. And here's why. Now, it sucks that Phil Hartman isn't around and the character Bill McNeil is not there. But the writing took a step, like a notch up. There's this whole series where Patrick Warburton comes in, Putty?
Yeah.
And his name is Johnny Johnson. And he tries to take over Jimmy James' company because he makes the feds think that Jimmy James is DB Cooper. So it's this whole 3-episode arc where Dave is trying to convince everybody that Johnny Johnson's evil. Everybody loves Johnny, and Lisa is hooking up with him, and Jimmy's in jail and on the run at Dave's parents' house. It's just the writing took a step up, believe it or not. Anyway, don't sell it short shrift. The season 5 opener is actually they have a funeral for Bill McNeil, and then afterwards they go back to the station and they all read letters from Bill McNeil, and the actors, you can tell, are seriously trying to hold it together because obviously Phil Hartman really died and it was a complete shock to them as well. So that's also, another thing is that it's one of those episodes, it's one of those TV moments that you can't plan for, and hopefully you never have to because that's an awful tragedy. But go check it out. It's on most of the free streaming services, Roku, Crackle. I don't know about Tubi.
Tubi.
Maybe YouTube. I don't know.
Fuck Tubi. No, I'm kidding.
But News Radio is one of those shows.
If you watch it on YouTube, you're going to have to pay for it.
News Radio is one of those shows like Cheers that is so heavily syndicated that it is almost anywhere in that free streaming universe. All you got to do is go on your Roku and search.
Don't use Crackle. Crackle's a terrible site.
Crackle's fine. Shut up.
All right, you already talked enough.
Whiny little bitch.
So this week, there's actually two things I want to talk about, but I'll be
two things. You talk too long, you little bitch.
but I'll be pretty brief on both. I've been this past week on Wednesday was my birthday. So
Happy
I
birthday,
decided
What did I get you?
I'm going to get myself a birthday gift. Yes, Tyler got me a Lego tumbler, which I still have yet to put together.
You got all pissed.
I don't get how you like Legos, man.
What?
I mean, I get it when you can build it, when it starts to click and you're building it. I understand that aspect. But this thing is only 422 pieces, but I'm like, geez, man, I'm already struggling with this. Imagine if I took did a 1,000 piece
Those
one.
are the most fun. The 8 baggers.
But anyway,
the 9 baggers and the 10 baggers.
I bought myself a present, and I went and bought the Guardians of the Galaxy game. Now, what I love about this game is, dude, honestly, overall, Marvel. While I do think the Gotham Knights trailer looked great, and I think Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League looks awesome,
which we've talked about previous episodes.
Yeah, but what Marvel is doing, I'm absolutely
Stop hitting the microphone, weirdo.
I'm adoring is the idea that Marvel is going to all these different studios with their properties.
Yeah.
Like Insomniac is doing Spider-Man games and the Wolverine game that's coming.
Yeah, well, there's a Marvel Knights series or Midnight Suns.
Yes, but they went to the team that made the XCOM games, because the Midnight Suns game is more of a turn-based strategy type of game.
Okay,
which I'm still excited to play. But that's what I mean is Marvel has been going and shopping their properties out to these other companies, and Square Enix already did the Avengers game. But
has that worked out all the bugs? Is it?
I don't fucking care. I honestly could give a shit less about that game, just because. What pissed me off about it, and I think that Suicide Squad is going to have the same issue, and that's just the nature of the beast now with video games. But what pissed me off about the Avengers game is it had a pretty solid story. No, I have not played it, but I know about the story, and I looked stuff up about it.
Yeah.
But what upset me is that should have just been the focus. It's the single player was such a good job that it was like, it was an okay enough story that it's like, this should have just been your main focus, instead of going and getting loot for to get a fucking buff on this certain piece of gear to wear, where it's like a shirtless Captain America, or you add like some wristbands to the Hulk, and now his butt. Like, I hate that whole like RPG looting aspect to the Avengers game. It's like, it should just be a straightforward game. That's what you get with Guardians of the Galaxy, which is baffling because it's Square Enix again, but this, like, Guardians of the Galaxy...
Maybe they learn from their mistakes.
Well, it's like, this is what you need to do with these properties, is make and you can make online games in the Marvel and DC universe.
I play one myself, Marvel Strike Force.
You can play the games like that. You know, you can have the fighting games. You can do pretty much anything with superheroes, but, like, I think it's best served as single player experiences. Like 2018 Spider-Man that came out on the PS4, and Miles Morales that came out a little bit after. Both those games I've played and enjoyed the hell out of, because yes, they have a little bit of open world aspects to them, but it's still a story driven experience.
I believe, if I heard correctly, the next Spider-Man game from the same team is going to be able to switch or choose between.
I'm sure. I imagine they'll do something like that. Yeah, and Venom's going to be in that one, so I'm really excited for that game. Which sucks. It's only going to be on PS5, because it's going to be a long time before I get a PS5.
Hey, baby.
Why?
It's because you're having a baby.
Why?
A baby for you at Ashley.
I need to get the Liam Neeson drop from Darkman of him going, why?
I will find it.
Man, I fucking love Sam Raimi movies. But any Hoosiers.
I fucking love Liam Neeson, man.
Any Hoosiers. That's what I got with Guardians of the Galaxy so far.
Nice.
And I'm still pretty early, I think, in the game. I've only played like 4 or 5 hours of it. Which, yeah, I think overall as a single player story, I think it's 20 hours.
I'm laughing, but I've been playing Clash of Clans for like 6 years.
Well, dude, no, I'm taking this as a much more slow of a burn compared to when Spider-Man came out. I pre-ordered it, and I got to play it at 11 o'clock our time, And by doing,
And it sucked.
dude, I had to stop. It was almost 6 a.m. and I was like, oh shit, because I was like, I'll just play a little bit and then go to bed. And then I was like, I realized I played like 4 or 5 hours straight, and then the next night I played 7 hours straight. So I'm taking this at a much slower pace than I was with those Spider-Man games. But regardless, what I'm getting out of this is what all these companies should focus on is whether it's the Midnight Suns game, whether it's the Wolverine game, the Spider-Man, stick to what we want out of this. And I think the only thing that sucks about this game is you only play as Star-Lord, and there are, I think, plenty of gameplay opportunities where you could have switched. Like, you ask characters to do things.
You should be able to switch
Groot can build a bridge.
If it's a team game,
Groot can build a bridge. So, like, why not have it so the player has to, even if you're playing in single player, where you have to swap to Groot to build the bridge.
Yeah.
Because you do that in those fucking Lego games. But you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, I think what they try to do is try to...
I love those Lego games.
I think the logic behind it was they wanted to streamline the control scheme so that you're not having to do the same basic... Because that was one of the problems with the Avengers, was there wasn't variety when you would switch to different Avengers. It was all like punch, 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 punch. That's really all it was. Or if you're Thor or Iron Man, you could like levitate in the air and fight from the air. That's about it. And where I think what they understood here, what they understood here was it'd be better if you're just in the middle of combat and you can say, "Hey, Rocket, throw a grenade," or "Hey, Gamora, stab this thing," cut these wires, or whatever the thing may be. So that doesn't really bother me that much. But I think the strongest part of the game is definitely the story, because it's such a well-written experience. And I thought this was really cool, is it has its bones in being a single-player experience, but you do get a little bit of choice. And I don't think it really changes the story that much, but you still get to play. You do get a little bit of that role-playing thing of like, I've had dialogue options where there's clearly the right choice, and there's clearly the like more bad choice, the more evil choice or whatever. Yeah. But then there's the
naughty choice.
Then I like to think it's the third option, which is the Star-Lord choice, because every time there was a chance to ease the tension and make a shitty joke or do something stupid, I think Peter Quill would do that. So that's the option I always picked. And a great example is there was a conversation I'm having between two characters. At one point, he's like, "Yeah, we're on an elevator," and he goes, "Man," and there's two options. I picked the one that's goofier, and he's like, "Yeah, man, being in an elevator makes me think of," and he said some sort of alien race that I can't remember. And everybody's like, "Ew," and he goes, "What? She was a nice lady." Like, it's just like those little moments and the dialogue between the Guardians make the game worth playing.
Naughty.
And I think honestly the combat is okay enough to enjoy it. But I just think the strong suit is, because the best way I'll describe it is, when I was playing it, I couldn't wait to get to the next cutscene, or I couldn't get to the next dialogue option, or some way to continue the story. I was just enjoying the story so much.
Well, it tells me the gameplay sucks, because you're like, this sucks. I just want to get to the cutscene.
No, okay. I don't feel that way with you. No, the combat is fine. It's not bad. It's just I wish you had the option to switch between each Guardian while you were fighting.
Yeah. The third option you were talking about, you told me something I didn't even know, but why did Jim Starlin call him Peter Quill again?
Oh yeah, because it's two euphemisms for a dick.
Because Peter Quill is supposed to be a dick.
Yeah.
And I showed Jake Star-Lord's original costume.
No, this definitely...
which is hilarious.
This is a cool... I think the game also, in terms of style and tone, I think this game is actually a cool blend of the James Gunn stuff, but also leaning more into the comic book mythos. Like, for instance, Gamora's character is a lot different than she is in the MCU, and I think it's more traditionally... She's more sarcastic and more of an assassin, and...
But they play it down in the MCU, but she's killed millions.
And she's extremely sarcastic in this game, and it's great. And she's not in love with Quill in this, so that's a plus. That's one of the things I don't like about Gunn's Guardians, but whatever.
Whatever. Talk about who talked too long. Where are we at now?
It's fine. I'm just saying it's a fun game. I recommend it.
Talked.
Shut up. And it hasn't had the hype it deserves. So go check it out. Why? We're not really talking about that much today. Because most of this shit I don't care about.
What happened? What
it's
happened?
Fine. It's still recording.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
you calm down.
Is this your first week? Is this your first day? Is this your first job?
Do you even know where the coffee maker is?
Have you even done orientation?
Do you even orientate, bro?
I'm glad we stopped to hear that joke, Tyler. Do better. Be best.
I've been watching Reno 911 lately.
All right, so let's get into the news.
So stop.
20 minutes into the episode. No, that's yay. We talk about things we love on this show.
Let's get the big one.
I didn't even get to the second thing I love, and I'll be very quick.
Tell us.
I'll be very quick. I really love the Marvel scripted podcasts.
Oh,
I've listened to both seasons of the Wolverine one,
and you get two things to talk about.
I've been enjoying those. I'll talk more about those next week.
What the fuck? Let's get the big one out of the way because it's kind of stupid. Hey,
Miss Marvel.
No, Garfield. We don't need any more
I don't want to
Garfield.
talk about this.
I just want to get that one out of the way because I don't want to talk about it.
No, I do.
Okay.
I want to talk about it.
All right, so Miss
Stop
Marvel.
giving generic white dude voice roles to Chris Pratt. Why are we casting Chris Pratt? It makes no sense.
Kids can eat just fine. We don't need another Garfield movie so that his kids can fucking eat.
Yeah.
His kids eat just fine.
Stop it. All right, that's all I have to say about Chris Pratt.
Me too.
And why the fuck are we making a Garfield movie?
Now what? No, it's gone. Now we have plenty of time to talk about the other
quick,
shit. Yeah.
Here's this. Why the fuck are you making another Garfield
Exactly.
movie?
It's like Robin Hood and King Arthur. We don't need them.
It's fine as a comic strip.
You know what I want to see? I want to see a live-action Heathcliff movie, but Heathcliff is a dude in a suit, not CGI, like a mascot suit, and he really thinks he's Heathcliff. Fucking make that one, Hollywood. Everybody around him is like, what is wrong with you? You're not a cat. And he's like, bullshit.
I love lasagna. Oh, wait, that's Garfield. Anyway, fuck this whole movie into oblivion. Next topic. That needs to be a common phrase. Fuck this into oblivion.
We need copyright.
That's some merch right there.
You know what though? We'll get busted by the feminists. But even you have to fuck it into oblivion. I'm sure somebody would get mad about it.
About fucking things into oblivion?
Yeah, I would think so.
Well, fuck this movie into oblivion. Whatever that means.
You and I know what it means. But some people would be like, wait.
Launch it into the sun. Next topic. Let's talk about Miss Marvel, because the Marvels movie, as we said, has been delayed because all of the MCU movies have been delayed. Yeah. But Kamala Khan will be making her first appearance on the big screen in the Marvels. But there is some controversy because
actually, but her first appearance is going to be in her show coming up.
Right, and then she'll be in the movie. So there's some controversy because in a recent promotional image of the upcoming Miss Marvel show, the hero's powers are seemingly changed. Instead of being able to embiggen,
just from an Simpsons episode,
which again, which Kamala is a big, she's kind of the main character of the Avengers game. So yeah, you can like enlarge in her hand, so you can like swing from building to building.
The best way I can describe it is that she can change the physical properties of her body. A lot of it is
enlarge and stretch her arms.
A lot of it is Mr. Fantastic like.
Anyway,
but she has been shown to
she's a stretchy character.
She's been shown to make herself just big.
Yeah, that, and she like stretches her arm. Whatever. Anyway, what are you barking at? Anyway. So it seems that they've changed her powers to, based on the image, look a little bit more
like construct.
Well, yeah, like the Green Lantern. You know, when the Green Lantern makes a big fist or something like that, more of a construct thing. And and it's also hinting that this power change will also happen in the comics. So it goes.
It's not exactly like Green Lantern.
And we've
Like,
done.
Yeah, imagine what Jake said about like making her fist. Like,
But
big,
yes, she can make.
but she's normal size.
They know what it means. These people that listen to this podcast, they know what we're talking about. But yeah, it's a little silly to make this change now.
I don't really care.
I do, in a sense that's like, why not? You've already done all of this work to commit to like the over the top comic bookness of your universe. Why is this too silly?
I don't know.
Because that's what it says in my mind, is that they don't think it's going to translate well on screen.
It might not.
It might not.
I don't know what Galactus would look like on the big screen. I know that they could probably do it, but what would it look like? Better than a fucking cloud.
But I also understand, because we talked about this as a main topic on the show before. I understand the idea that Marvel is going to approach this with is be like, okay, well, if we change her powers for the movie, we're going to have to change it in continuity.
See, I don't like that.
Well, but they've done that. You know, they did that.
Yeah.
They did that for Spider-Man. They changed his webbing to organic webbing when
Guardians
Raimi
of the
came out.
Galaxy.
Yeah,
they changed
Bendis.
a lot.
Bendis did a whole story that mimics the movies pretty much with
what else?
the Guardians, and so that happens all the time. So I get why they're doing that, but you know what frustrates. But comic book readers like ourselves, what's frustrating for us is we know what they're doing, and that's obviously when every time these movies come out, there's a clear grab to try and get the mainstream and make changes to the comics to get people into it.
To make toys,
I guess, but then I'm just like, yeah, you're gonna make
honestly, it could be something.
But what's frustrating
like that.
is they're gonna make this little status quo change on her powers for new readers. New readers are gonna come in a little bit, and then everybody else is gonna be like, I don't need to read this.
Can I tell you something? Do you know why Superman flies?
Why?
Because when Max Fleischer did the cartoon, he realized that he could use a lot less film if he made him flying instead of leaping tall buildings.
Well, there you go.
And in the comics, guess what happened? Superman started flying. I'm just saying, guys, like it happens all the time. I know, not the same. Miss Marvel and okay, but I think it's okay. I just honestly,
I do too.
If they try to do this shit with Mr. Fantastic, I'll be pissed.
Yes.
And so will every other fucking Marvel fan, dude. Every other Marvel fan will be like, "We're done. Bye."
Well, and I think
how about the Thing as an orange construct around Ben
Rock?
Grimm?
Yeah, it's just a hologram of rocks around him. That'd be stupid. No, I agree that it's not a terrible decision to do it. It's just, I don't know.
I really feel like it's toys.
Well, the problem too, I think, is Miss Marvel is such a newer character that they have more liberties with her. Like they could not do this with Mr. Fantastic because he's too much of a story character in the canon.
Don't try it, Marvel.
Don't try it.
Don't try it, Feige.
Anyway, we'll see. Hopefully the show's good and Marvel's is good.
We already heard there was a rumor going around. I have no idea if it was true or not, but when they started filming that they were looking to replace the actress that had been already in had been filming or whatever. I hadn't heard anything about that. They've already put out a promotional teaser with her in it, which is
and that's where we saw the change to the powers,
which looked pretty cool.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with Miss Marvel. I'm excited.
I'm sure it'll be fun.
I'm excited for the show. I think the show will be fun. And, and I'm all for
a noble spirit embiggens the smallest man.
I do think that instead of making these series on Disney Plus, why not just make them Disney Plus movies? Whereas, because let's be honest, they're supplemental things to the
I feel like that would be okay to do. Yeah.
I mean, that's because honestly, Falcon and Winter Soldier could have just been a Disney Plus movie, and that would have been fine.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because HBO is doing that.
WandaVision kind of had to be a show.
We saw with Fandom that HBO is doing that.
Loki could have been a fucking movie. Easy.
Yeah, there's so many filler episodes.
What If No had to be kind of a TV show.
WandaVision, I think, works better as a show.
It kind of has to with the format, and especially playing around with, which was really brilliant, by the way.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm sure it'll be good. I can't wait for Hawkeye. That's going to be fucking awesome. That's coming out this month. So
that keeps
that's,
looking better and better.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Year. Which you know what?
See, and that's that I can.
I'll bet you that could be a movie too.
Probably
6 parts.
Disney. No, but Disney knows they can make more money by making
That's
It
is 6 episode show.
I'm fine with it.
Anyway, let's move on to the next topic. Hopefully, Miss Marvel fans are okay with the power change.
The big news since we talked to you last.
Yes, because we did almost a 2-hour podcast talking about the movie Dune, and we were talking about if at the time if it gets released, and then we published the episode, and not long after we published the episode,
literally an hour later,
Dune Part 2 is greenlit,
officially moving forward.
I'm surprised they waited until Tuesday to announce that, but yeah. They are going through with Part 2 to finish up the story.
Dune so
of the
far has
first
hit
book.
300 million at the international box office.
My question is, how the fuck are they going to fit the second part, like the second half of that story, into this?
I feel like they're going to
because if this was 2.5 hours,
I feel like
I don't know how they're going to do the rest of that movie.
I feel like there might be a time jump between movies, a little bit,
yeah, I can see that. Like
6 months or something like that.
But regardless, that's awesome.
Mhm.
I'm really excited to. You know, it goes back to the thing that we talked about, the whole review that we did.
Well, yeah,
and going into that, I'm someone that's not attached to the property, but I enjoyed that first movie enough. I'm like, oh yeah, I'd definitely watch the second one.
So here's the thing: is that Denis Villeneuve and John Spates, I think is his name, and one other guy, but they all wrote the first part, and I know that before they started, they already had the idea to split it up into 2 parts to make it work.
Yeah,
to get everything.
Because there's no
right.
way you could do this whole story.
So
in one
I
movie.
trust that Villeneuve and Spates know where they're going to pick it off and how they're going to. Because I felt like they did the best job. They did a really fucking good job with the first part. I feel like they know where they're going with the second part because they did the first.
But I think that after this, there's a book before Children of Dune. I can't remember the name of it, but after this,
oh yeah,
when you start doing the other books, don't worry about it because you're gonna stress out about not knowing the name. I really do think that they should be. This is the case where I think it's the opposite of Disney Plus, where I think HBO Max should have Dune miniseries instead of doing it with movies, because this story is too expansive and big to be like, okay, let's make 12 movies.
Yeah,
It just doesn't make sense to me. So, but either way, I'm excited for Part 2. I can't wait to see fucking Batista throw down in Part 2 because they're gonna cut him loose because that character is a psychopath. So that's awesome. I mean, look how excited he got when he said, "Hey, be a dictator." When he's like, "Ooh, rule with an iron fist and be brutal to people," and that goes back to what you're saying when Leto says, or Gurney says these aren't human. They're brutal. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, Brand, I just want to go in the woods with my buddies.
And wink, wink. Maybe we'll see more Gurney in Part 2. Wink, wink. It can't be a spoiler. The book came out in the 60s.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about let's talk about some trailers.
Fun ones.
Well,
so Morbius.
Let's talk about Morbius.
Intrigues me more and more. Did you see the one where
a second trailer has not been released officially?
Right.
What we both saw was a leak.
But did you see the one that had Jared Leto on the end talking about it?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's pretty much the same. No, it's pretty much the same shot.
Jared Leto's not my favorite person. He is kind of a. I'm the best thing that ever happened.
The dude's a cult leader, and that's not even a joke.
Yeah.
He legit started a cult.
But it looks interesting. I like the way it looks. They reference a couple other Marvel villains, Spider-Man villains.
I am still trying to figure out
and Leto's a good actor.
Where this movie is on the timeline for Sony.
I have no idea.
Because Venom 2, spoilers for the end credits, or mid credits.
We don't have to spoil it. We just have to say, hey, look.
No, you know what? People know by now, dude. That movie's been out for a month.
Hang on a second. Let me try somewhere, okay? The way the way Venom Let There Be Carnage ends, it's hard for us to tell where Morbius is on the Sony Spider-Verse timeline, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We don't.
There's no clear indication of whether it's even present day, honestly.
My assumption is that Morbius is
Let There Be Carnage?
pre-Spider-Man merging the universes. Because that's what's happening.
Well, you just spoiled it.
That's
I tried.
Yeah, that is not a spoiler.
Maybe there's a 8-year-old grandma who's waiting for it to come out on TV.
Come out on Blu-ray, I'll buy it.
Did you?
I need to buy Venom 2
I had
on Blu-ray. I have the first one on Blu-ray.
My grandma, God bless them, and God rest their souls. But like, I would be talking to him when I was really young. I'd be like, "We're going." Well, no, they're both gone. So,
sorry, I
think that's what you're supposed to. Anyway,
you were right. It just came in so nonchalant.
But when I was really young, like I loved going to movies and stuff, and I didn't really know the value of $1. Still really don't. And I really don't.
No,
they grew up in like the Great Depression, like they.
And movies were like a quarter.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, super cheap.
I would say like, hey, I'm going to go to a movie or whatever. Or, I'm really excited to see this. And like, are you going to go see this? And I wasn't really aware of the fact that they don't go to see movies like all the time because they were like in their late 50s by then, early 60s. So.
That's one thing that is going to be a big change.
But they would always tell me. They'd be like, "Well, we'll just wait for it to come on the TV."
Yeah,
and it's like that was when it was like 3 channels, and like we're talking like 6 or 7 years.
And this
later,
is before
maybe.
cable, where they they edited the swearing, but they never edited the violence.
Right, but it was just like, okay, all right. Well, it's going to be a little bit of a wait.
Well, I mean, he has to say, if you watch TV now and you flip on FX, they're saying shit and bitch, and a lot of them say fuck on Hulu unedited, but it's just like, it's just so funny.
Oh, anything that's made exclusively for the streaming channels, they have no rules, which the FCC doesn't apply to them.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Because they rate them themselves.
Let me just say, because they want to, but they don't want kids.
Well, it goes to the whole idea of self-governing. It's like,
unlike Republicans, no, the people in the entertainment industry are not trying to get kids to see butts.
Well, it's just like video games have to video games made their own ratings board to deal with
same thing with the comics code back in
the So you see a lot of that where these companies censor themselves,
and the MPAA and the movie industry.
Yeah. So it is you're right. It is kind of weird that the streaming services don't.
Here's what I like about
answer
it.
To anybody.
What I like about it is that they are free. Creators are free freedom, to make creative stuff and not worry about sponsors. Now, that depends. Obviously, some shows on Hulu are not going to get the sponsors that say, Fuller House is going to get or whatever.
So let me ask you this. What? Do we think Morbius...
There's also some real bullshit out there that is not worth watching, too. So
we both know that Morbius is going to be PG-13, right?
Probably.
Or do you think that maybe, just maybe, Sony makes their first R-rated superhero movie and makes Morbius R-rated?
I don't know.
Because how the fuck are you going to make a movie about a living vampire if we don't have some blood? Because I know they do it in the cartoon. And in the cartoon...
They showed a lot of violence in that leaked trailer, too, by the way.
Yeah, but in the cartoon, the way that he sucks blood is it's on his fingers, because they couldn't show him biting them. So it's like these, like... things on it, like leech type.
Well, in the comics,
fingers.
He learns to go to like blood banks.
But here's my thing. I don't know. Like, he seems like a character that could lend it to be more of a mature movie and more of an R-rated movie. But I know they're not going to do that. It's going to be PG-13 because, and honestly, I'm not upset that Venom was PG-13. But.
No, it was a good movie.
My mindset is like we are past the point of being like, hey, R-rated movies don't sell. R-rated comic book movies don't sell. It's fucking unrealistic. Deadpool 1 and 2 were like unbelievable numbers. Logan had amazing numbers. Like the Suicide Squad been released theatrically only, it would have fucking mopped the floor.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad is the only exception because it was a hybrid release. That's the only reason it didn't make as much money.
Dune was a hybrid release.
Yeah, but you also had rabid Dune fans that were like, we are going to the movie theater to see this on the biggest screen and make as much money for this movie because we want a part 2.
What about James Gunn fans?
James Gunn was fine. You know, okay. You know what? Fuck you. We're spending a lot more time than I thought on Morbius. I would love it. I want to close.
Looks interesting though.
I want to close this. I am a little surprised because I remember that seeing the first trailer. I was like, okay, I'm kind of interested in this. Saw the second trailer. I'm like, okay, seems interesting.
He
but
does have kind of cool powers.
It's just, I'm just so glad that Spider-Man's going to be back with Sony because here's my prediction: No Way Home, Venom is going to bring Spider-Man into the Sonyverse, and that's where he stays because.
The Vulture is in Morbius. What version?
In that trailer, yes.
What version of Vulture? Because we don't know. Is Morbius taking place in the MCU, or is it in the Spider-Verse? Is that a different Vulture? Which one? I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, No Way Home is clearly, I think, a movie from Disney and Sony to be like, okay, we're convoluting this and. It's too expensive to still have Spider-Man. You guys make more money off this than we do. We're just going to give you the character. I think this No Way Home will be Spider-Man's last MCU movie.
Book of Boba Fett.
Hey, I think he'll show up in other Marvel movies.
No.
Hey, buddy, come on. If I'm being totally honest, I don't really like the MCU's portrayal of Spider-Man.
I don't really care about Spider-Man.
I love Spider-Man. What are you talking about?
He's one of my least favorite characters.
That's just a different. That's
boring.
That's just. Well,
I'm a teenager.
Here's my thing. Spider-Man, as I said it before on the show, Spider-Man is better when he's poor. So get rid of all of his Stark tech by putting him in the Sonyverse and make him rely on his brains. But what about MJ? Yeah. She can fucking come too. Yeah, bring the whole MCU crew.
Sure. Whatever.
Fuck it.
Don't care.
Let's talk about the Book of Boba Fett.
Okay, so I don't know if you know this, but I am a big Star Wars nerd. I'm the type of guy who like read books and shit between like Return of the Jedi and like the special editions.
I want to do one of these. Sorry,
which was, by the way, about a 10-year gap.
You know what I want to do?
15.
You know what I want to do? Because we're gonna have to do some little bit more pre-recorded shows because the holidays are coming up.
Yeah, yep.
I think one of them should be we pick a section of Star Wars lore because you have a lot more knowledge of the Star Wars.
I was
like you're saying you read
born into. I saw it in the theater when I was 2.
You and your brother like read all the expanded universe books and comic books, right?
We had all the fucking toys. All the other kids envied us because we had all the
and the books and the comics, all that shit. So you know all about the legends, air quotes.
I know a lot more about that.
Yeah, the expanded universe shit before Disney. Yeah. So, but I would love for you to like. There was a time when you brought up the Jedi Mandalore War that I did not know about.
Yeah.
And you went on this whole thing, and I was like, what we should do is definitely have episodes where you explain Star Wars lore to me.
Yeah. We can do that.
And like whole book, like maybe like a summary of a book or something like that. Because I would love to learn more about Star, even though it's useless because Disney said fuck that shit and they're doing their own thing. I do want to know more because it seems like you geeked out a lot more about this trailer than I did.
Listen, right now, you guys don't know, but for like 15 years, there was nothing new Star Wars other than like books and comic books.
Yeah. It was all expanded universe shit.
They stopped making action figures in 89 or 91, I think. We didn't hear about the special editions till like 98. So there's a good 10 years at least where you're just like, you know what I found at a comic book convention, dude? I fucking found a bootleg copy of the fucking Star Wars holiday special with the Boba Fett cartoon, dude. Oh, fucking cool. Like, that's what that was like.
Yeah.
Okay? Nothing. Not like now where you can turn it on and find like 18,000 different things right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My favorite thing that I used to geek out on was I got this book, and it was a book of like the bounty hunters or something I really liked. Excuse me. And it was an anthology book, and basically, it was Tales from Jabba's Palace. and it was an anthology book. And basically, what it was 12 different stories told by different points of view of people in Jabba's palace the week up to his assassination.
Okay.
And some of the stories went a little bit after too. Now, I don't know. I don't believe any of that stuff is canon anymore. But I knew I picked up a lot about the Bomar monks. Do you know who those are?
I'm not familiar.
So when in Return of the Jedi, when they open up the big door and that big spider thing comes out and scares the droids,
Yeah.
that's the Bomar monks. They live in the lower catacombs of Jabba's palace. Jabba's palace used to be their what would it be called? Not a convent. They're for priests. Their place. You know
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was a temple.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever.
They all hung out there.
So Bomar monks, and it's B apostrophe OMARR. They are religious fanatics that got to a point in their existence where they realized that the closest way to get to God was to be completely to shed all physical attributes. So what they did was they shed everything but their brains, put them in these jars, and they can control these big giant spider things that carry their jar heads brains around.
So weird.
But they when Jabba came in, they don't care about really anything. And Jabba understood this, so he basically was like, slowly but surely, he just like edged them out of their own temple, and they just kept going away because they don't really care. Yeah. And eventually, when we see Jabba at that point, he's moved them all down to the basement. Now the Lego set, there are 2 Lego sets that came out back in the
always
day.
with the fucking Legos,
and it was cool as shit because one of them was the Rancor pit, and it was about this big, and it was just the pit. It had a Rancor in it. It had a Luke. It had a fucking guy, and then you had Jabba's palace, which would go on top. So you had the throne room on top, so you could drop the little guy into the Rancor pit. But then you had this like 3-story tower that went next to the Rancor pit, and one of the little guys that you could get with that thing, which is why I've always wanted to find one, is a Bomar monk action figure, little minifigure. That's the character that opens up the Book of Boba Fett. And I am fucking excited as fuck because of that book explained a lot about Jabba's palace intrigue and a lot of shit. And I'm really interested to see how much of that makes it into the Book of Boba Fett because it looks like he's kind of trying to take over Jabba's empire.
Yeah. Yeah. Do
you have anything to add?
How do I fucking follow that? I don't know how you gathered all that from a trailer, but all right.
No, that's what
I mean. I thought the trailer itself was kind of.
They're clearly back at Jabba's palace.
It was a nice trailer, but it was like, okay, it's just a teaser. And honestly, I like it because it was short and it was simple, and I don't know enough about the series to know anything else. And I think that's what I need out of that. Is just that little bit of like, oh, okay.
I'm excited as fuck.
But I'm wondering if it's going to be another situation because I think it's only the one season.
A sexual situation? Like they say on the ratings?
But I think this is only one season.
What?
It's like,
I believe so.
Then I'm going to say, I don't know. But
honestly, why does Mandalorian need a season 3?
I feel like it told all the story it could
tell. Right? Why the fuck do we need sorry, everybody. Why? By the way, I want to give a huge shout out to my buddy Derek Fortin, who went as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Nice.
He dressed up in Obi-Wan Kenobi Jedi robes, and then his head was Ziggy fucking Stardust, dude, with a beard.
Nice.
Right? I fucking hate that guy. He's so much cooler than me. I do. I fucking hate him. He's one of my bestest friends, and he's so much cooler than me.
That's pretty common.
Super cool.
Pretty common for you.
God damn you, Derek. I love you.
No, because I'm afraid it might be another situation. I was like, well, this could have just been a movie. Yeah. But regardless, I'm excited as someone who.
What do you think of Andor?
I've been a Boba stan my whole life, so to see what they did in Mandalorian season 2 of like redeeming his character, making his character the badass that everybody wanted him to be.
I like that he's got his armor back, man. It's all like,
and they repainted it.
Oh yeah, matte black, dude.
Well, it's green, but you know,
whatever. It's matte though. It's not.
Yeah, it's
shiny.
matte.
It's not chrome.
Matte. Yeah, because we
Matte.
already got a chrome looking motherfucker, and that's Mando.
I got to be honest. That does always never made sense. Why are you chrome?
It's the armor.
Yeah, but why? It seems like it'd be really
It's the
easy to
armor
see in the dark.
that they use to defeat the Jedi.
See it
You
in
told
the
me
dark.
about that.
No, I know that. Why does it have to be so fucking shiny?
Not necessarily defeat the Jedi,
Why
but
does it have
fight
to be
out.
so shiny?
Regardless, I'm excited. It can't come soon enough. December 29th, I believe, is what it said. It'll be interesting to, again, see if it's going to be another situation of like, well, this should have just been a movie.
I saw somebody put a meme together with Tamura Morrison in Aquaman. With Tamura Morrison in Mandalorian, and it was like, it was something like this, like Boba's so pissed because he hasn't seen his son or something like that.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
All right, so let's move on to another topic
I
that's...
don't want to fucking move on. All right.
I love Star Wars.
I want to fucking live in the Star Wars universe. Did you see they made a Marvel a Legends Star Wars Legends action figure of the Jax the rabbit? Fucking cool.
All right, so speaking of the rumors, I don't know how that segue came out to be there just now, but let's do it. The MCU might be expanding to M.O.D.O.K. And we know that M.O.D.O.K. had his own show on Hulu. Patton Oswalt was on that. M.O.D.O.K. was also the villain of the Marvel Avengers game. So could this be a sign that the MCU is looking to get M.O.D.O.K.? And Tyler, listen to this shit. The moderators of the Reddit...
I am fucking excited.
of the subreddit r/Marvel Studios spoilers shared a bunch of rumored details about several of Marvel's upcoming Disney Plus shows and movies, including that Blade will debut on Moon Knight.
Super excited for Moon Knight, by the way. Oscar Isaac is one of my favorite actors. I can't wait to
I don't know
see
how you're going to do that on Disney Plus, honestly. That's my only critique.
You shut your mouth.
I want him to be violent. Unless you're going to do more of the Jeff Lemire psychological shit.
Probably, dick.
Yeah, whatever. The mods of the subreddit have been good about vetting leakers in the past, and a few of the details apparently arrived months ago and have since been confirmed.
Before you continue, so you're on a speed date. So what do? I'm a mod on a subreddit.
Yeah, I'm kind of a big fucking deal on this subreddit that I run. Or it's like you're like, oh, I'm a modder for this Twitch streamer. It's like, that's a weird job to. And hey, all respect to those people. They are important. So you don't have fucking dickheads.
People need to whack off.
No, I'm saying the moderators keep jerks out of the chat. Like Nazis and shit.
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, they're useful people. I'm not saying they're not. I just think it is funny to be like, the way that was written from the article that I took that blurb from,
the mods.
it makes it seem like they go to an office and they just moderate it, even though they're like regular people with jobs that just occasionally post on this thing. But yeah, that's I agree. How it was written is kind of funny.
Yeah.
So according to the leaker, Carrey has already been cast as M.O.D.O.K. That's right, Jim Carrey, ladies and gentlemen, could be this rumored
mechanism
MCU
only. What
M.O.D.O.K.
is it? Mechanized
organism designed only for killing. Yes.
And could appear as early as She-Hulk.
That sounds like that could be a drop for the soundboard. Us spelling out M.O.D.O.K. So anytime we talk about him, it's like, M.O.D.O.K. Well, you don't think I won't make a fucking segment?
By the way, if you get a chance, go watch the M.O.D.O.K. show on Hulu, starring Patton Oswalt, written by Patton Oswalt. It's probably...
It's from the Robot Chicken guys.
Yeah, and
animation.
it's definitely like, if you're a big Marvel nerd like me, like you've been reading them since you were young and you're 46. But if you're a real big nerd like me, dude, they drop some seriously like deep cut fucking characters, and it's great.
Great.
And hilarious.
Great record. Yeah, so
the series has been...
Yeah, well, the rumor is that Carrey has been cast as M.O.D.O.K, and he could appear as early as She-Hulk.
Already said that.
I did not mention the She-Hulk bit yet.
I said it.
Yeah, you said the series has been.
I said
That
it.
skips all the She-Hulk stuff.
I said it.
So the series has been described as a sitcom, which will likely focus on Jennifer Walters' more humorous runs in the comics, which, as you and I have talked about on the show, and it would make sense to put Jim Carrey in a show like that.
My thoughts is that they would have him appear as a human at first, and then reveal something like some sort of construct with a computerized face and a voiceover. That's the easiest way to.
What, you don't want him to have just the head and the legs like the comics? Now, see, that's a change from the comics I will welcome.
You can't really do M.O.D.O.K straight to screen, dude. It's too silly.
I'll have to show you the design.
It's too stupid.
I'll have to show you the design from the Marvel's Avengers game because
now, if you did it right in real life, you could make his face and shit like super horror and monstrous.
well, what I was saying, I think what they do in the game is, if I remember correctly, and again, this is just me just watching the cutscenes and stuff, so I could be wrong. But I think from if I remember correctly, what I saw from the cutscenes was his head was enlarged, but it wasn't to the size of that it's his whole body like in the comics.
He's gonna show up as a. Oh, okay.
His head is bigger, and he's smaller, but he still kind of has if I remember correctly, he still has a body.
Yeah.
And it's just a bigger
he's
head.
going to show up at Jennifer Walters' law offices, and he's going to say, "I need you to help me with a case involving a hostile takeover of my company. My name's Mark Doctor."
Right.
And she's going to help
take
him,
over AIM.
not understanding that AIM under a different. You're welcome. You're welcome. I just spoiled the She-Hulk fucking series for you, all you jackass.
No, again, this is all speculation.
If it turns out like that, I'm gonna fucking expect candy from all you motherfuckers.
Jim Carrey, Marvel, Disney, none of them have said anything about this.
Nope.
So we have no evidence that he has been cast.
In fact, as far as
M.O.D.O.K.
I know, the only thing we know about She-Hulk at all is that Tatiana Maslany has been cast.
She's the villain.
No, she's She-Hulk.
No.
The
I'm
girl from The Good Place.
Yes, she's the villain. Yes. Okay.
I can't remember her name.
I got that mixed up.
Yeah. Titania.
Yeah, so explain Titania. Who's that?
She actually debuted in the original Secret Wars comics. At some point, Doom realized that
is hilarious. Okay, yeah.
Doom realized that he needed more. By the way, she's super hot.
It's funny because it's Tatiana Maslany is She-Hulk. You're right, but her villain is almost her name. It's the one we just said. Titania versus Tatiana
versus She-Hulk.
Yeah, I know, but it's just funny that her real name is. Oh my god!
So
Elijah Dushku's in this.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Keep going.
I
want to look up her name.
So Doom realized that he.
Oh, sorry. It's different women that played She-Hulk, and Elijah Dushku was She-Hulk in Hulk in the Agents of Smash. So that is the confusion. I apologize. Continue.
Doom realized he needed. I'm not that pissed. Doom realized he needed more firepower to defeat the humans or to defeat the heroes. So he actually takes two humans because again, if I didn't make this clear in the original Secret Wars comic books, the Beyonder takes pieces of planets from all over the universe and makes one planet.
Get it. You love Secret Wars.
One of those sections happens to be a suburb of Denver, Colorado. So Doom puts out a thing in the Denver area that is there. And it says volunteers. And these two women volunteer to be his test subjects. One of them turns out to be Volcana. And she actually turns out to be like Molecule Man's best main squeeze. And she's ginormous and she's
That's my snoo.
Titania, not so much. She's actually just kind of a little kind of wafy kind of looking thing, and she gets turned into like this gigantic. I've talked to her before. She's in Gamma Flight, And I really like how they used to make in comic books more often than not, they would show really muscular women as still being like skinny, but having more muscle, but still,
having the like fake womanly figure.
Yeah, like the huge tits and the tiny waist,
yeah,
and the big ass. You know what I mean, right? So you could kind of see they were strong, but you'd still see like, hey, we're mainly doing this.
Oh
for
yeah,
tits.
I mean, She-Hulk is still.
We're trying to show you the tits.
She-Hulk is still, if you look at a lot of her covers, is extremely objectified.
Absolutely, and I like how they have changed her in the comics lately to be more Hulkified,
more muscular. Yeah,
and they did that with Titania. Also, they made her more of a bodybuilder, like a female bodybuilder.
Yeah.
We talked about this, but in the original comic books, dude, she's like a She-Hulk. She's basically like turns into a bigger version with big tits and nice ass. And
see, and
her costume literally just goes from here down to her belly, just bare, so you can see her titties in her belly. And
Jesus
it's like,
Christ!
why?
You could tell men wrote these books.
Yeah, like no woman would wear that out in public.
Yeah, well, I doubt she'll be in that costume for the show.
I hope not.
Yeah, but you know what the show is going to get a lot of flack for, and rightfully so. It's just going to be another thing of like, well, Marvel just always got to have the villain that's the same as the superhero, and I'm like, yeah, but that's comics.
Well, Titania is more of a anti-hero in the comics now.
Well, I'm sure that
she spent most of her time as a villain.
I'm sure because I just had her name. That actress that plays her, she's again on The Good Place. I'm sure they'll make her more of an anti-hero because she's very charismatic. So she's a likable character in that show.
She's a very, very beautiful woman. Jamila something, right?
I don't know. Do you want me to look it up?
You just saw it, I thought.
No, keep.
I can't remember her name.
Riff, damn it, Riff.
I'm riffing all day.
I'm
with
riffing.
the big old smile on my face.
Keep going.
I almost said wang.
Big old wang on your face.
No, I almost said wang and then something else, not on my face. Jeez.
I got a big old wang on my face.
That's going on the fucking soundboard.
Jamil?
Is it Jamil, right?
Yeah. I could be pronouncing that wrong.
No, you're right. I forgot her names are very similar. Yeah, right. Jamil, yeah. Tim Roth, the Abomination's in it, dude.
What?
Yes, Tim Roth.
Yeah, what the fuck? And Mark Ruffalo? This can't be real.
Yes, Mark Ruffalo is going to be as Bruce Banner. It's fucking her cousin.
I know.
No, they're not fucking cousins. That's not what I said.
No, but seriously, you can look at all these different She-Hulk ones, and it's like, good God, even She-Hulk was objectified.
Oh God, yes. She was one of the most, actually. Good God.
Yeah. Anyway,
they lead into the Cheesecake Factor and her.
Let me ask you this, Tyler. Do we think there's some validity to this? Do you think that Jim Carrey will be M.O.D.O.K?
I think it would be awesome. I think
he could pull it off.
I think they need to bring Jim Carrey into the MCU. If you saw Sonic, which I didn't, but I saw the previews.
I watched it.
I've heard that he really stole the show. Like he was really good.
He went back to his roots of like that wacky 90s style Jim Carrey, and I think it worked out pretty well.
Jim, listen.
I think he was a nice addition to that movie.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Some other movies that you've been in that were more kind of dramatic roles or whatever. I loved you in them. Okay, I love that you try to do other things other than just straight up comedy. But give us the comedy every once in a while because we miss it and we need it in this world. But also,
and you're one of the few comedic actors that isn't a total dipshit.
Yes,
so
you're really smart and good at what you do. Like,
yeah,
so.
We'll see. I don't think there's any validity to this, but I think this could be enough of a groundswell idea to maybe convince Marvel to do it.
I don't want fan casting to go on.
I don't think M.O.D.O.K is in the She-Hulk show, because if that were true, that is so late in the game. And you got to also understand, Disney is a publicly traded company. So they like to get this shit out.
And they're not doing so hot. Trust me, I got him on stash.
But what I'm saying is, a lot of the times when it's a bigger casting, they like a name like Jim Carrey, they announce that and make a press release as soon as possible to their investors to say, okay, we have Jim Carrey on board for this.
Yeah.
So if this are true,
and truth be told, do you really need any more hype for the She-Hulk show? Not really.
Well, I want something.
What do you mean?
We haven't seen anything.
No, I'm saying like as far as casting goes.
Yeah.
There's hype.
Well, the
enough.
fact that they're going to have Abomination and Hulk back in it, that's pretty exciting. I don't think, I think it'll be Bruce Banner. I don't think he'll.
That'd be cool if they made it like a Agents of Smash. You know, it'd be really cool if they brought back fucking what's her name, Liv Tyler as Betty Ross.
Yeah, Betty is never referenced ever again. Like they almost try to make you forget that Incredible Hulk even existed.
Which sucks. Which is weird because Thaddeus Ross, her dad,
Thunderbolt
is
Ross,
still a huge part.
Yeah, and I mean the ending, like the literal ending of that was just,
and that sucks too because he's the Red Hulk in the comics. And William Hurt is way too old to be.
I would not be surprised if we get Red Hulk in the She-Hulk
That would
show.
be fucking cool as shit.
I think that they're going to introduce
because Betty Ross eventually turns into Red She-Hulk.
So, but what I'm thinking is they're going to introduce Red Hulk in the She-Hulk.
Give me Rick Jones, motherfuckers. Give me a Rick Jones character.
That is the other Red Hulk.
He's the Blue Hulk.
Can we stop with this?
He calls himself A-Bomb, but they refer to him as the Blue Hulk.
Can we stop it?
No.
We got primary color Hulks. What the fuck is this? What the fuck?
Green is not a primary color.
No, but blue is.
So is red.
And red. So there you go. There's the joke. And now I had to explain the goddamn joke. You son of a bitch! I'm fucking done with you.
Wait a second. Green has yellow in it, which is a primary color.
You know what I'm fucking done with? This show.
Where's the soundboard during all this? You could have been just bombing me with fucking...
No, man, you fucking dick. I'm so mad at you.
I'll eat your ass.
Yeah.
And that's it.